so glad to be back in my own bed. And in fact, one of you, I can't remember which of you specifically said, I bet you are so happy to be back in your own bed, and then asked me if I still loved my Birch mattress, because she had just ordered one. She ordered the identical one. I got the premium mattress. So to address her question, and because so many of you have asked, I'm thrilled to be back in my own bed, and especially because I do love this Birch mattress that I have had for Stuart. It's been like a month and a half now.
Yeah.
Not only do I absolutely love it, Hubs absolutely loves it, and I especially love coming home to it. And I also like the fact that I just know it's eco-friendly. I don't have to worry about any kind of use of chemicals or anything. And by the way, also a lot of you asked me about this, and that is that it gives me great back support, because you know that I have lower back issues, and a number of you asked specifically if I would address that in a video. So yes, I have wonderful back support. Hubs and I just love it. I would give it an A+++, and I heartily recommend it. So I just wanted to get that out of the way, because so many of you have asked, and a lot of you put it in the context of, I bet you'll be glad to be back in your own bed. And I am, and thank you, Birch, for making such an amazing product. Okay, but now here's what I'm thinking about today. This is just a little tease. I think I told you that as part of my entire montage that we're calling the Singapore Diaries, I took so many images of family and of landscapes and of foliage and monkeys and just so much exotica that I can't begin to tell you. So this is a little tease of the first place that we stayed at when we arrived in Singapore. We stayed at a lovely location called the Fort Canning Hotel, and we'll put a link on here at the end where you can learn a little bit about its history, because it was used as a fort during the World War, and it's just an amazing place. It sits in the middle of Fort Canning Park, which is absolutely incredible. But I really tried to deconstruct different aspects of this place where we stayed. And first and foremost, talk about first impressions. The little seating area that was off of our room charmed me no end. And I am absolutely obsessed with courtyard gardens right now, and little terrace gardens, particularly off of sleeping spaces. And this is a perfect example of that garden design tip that I talk about in my book called enclosure. And this so beautifully exemplifies the art of enclosure. And in this case, I really want you to deconstruct these images just the way I did, in terms of how they created this very intimate space that provided both privacy but had good air circulation, imminent charm, and a little bit of mystery, because you could get a glimpse of what was beyond. It utilized several techniques that I advocate strongly, and that is limbing up plants so that you expose the architecture and you can see through them. Brilliant use of container plantings, layered plantings, multiple textures, use of organic materials in both the seating and the furniture. Look especially at the amazing doors that go out into this courtyard. They are quintessential British colonial, which is I have always had great affection for that aesthetic, and boy, I really do now. So I was very mindful of any kind of British colonial touches. So look at the amazing doors that open out onto this little courtyard, and pay attention to the sights and sounds. Now, my videography isn't anything like Stuart's. These were just little snippets that I got of my experience there, of what I saw when I woke up in the morning, but I wanted to share them with you. And I hope that you will take as much enjoyment out of dissecting these spaces, and more importantly, as I always try to do, look at them through the lens of, what can this space tell me about my own living spaces, and how can some of these ideas from the tropics be brought home to my own garden, because that is the lens through which I looked at everything that I saw while I was in Singapore and Bali. Now, this is just a little tease leaves, you guys. This is just a little tease of some of the things that I saw and I tried to deconstruct while I was in Singapore and in Bali. But I hope it will kind of hook you to watch some of the stuff that we'll have coming along down the line that will take us a little bit more time to edit and put together. So enjoy this little tease. Let me know what you think. And here's my question of the day. If you watch this, tell me what ideas you might apply to your own living spaces. Well, Hubs and I are staying at the Hotel Fort Canning, which obviously used to be a military establishment in the 1800s. Singapore, the facilities here and some of the places that you visit are really not old at all. Now this is the veranda off of our bedroom, and I love the doors, and I love the detailing on the doors because it's repeated throughout the complex. And it's got a very British colonial vibe, and I really love it. Let me see if I can kind of show it to you from this side. But the detailing, the heavy wood doors, I love the way they opened. And then we've got this charming little terrace, and I love it because it's beautifully circumscribed. And this is a great garden design tip where you can circumscribe a space just by really brilliant placement of container plantings. Now some of these are concrete planters that are filled with all sorts of tropical plants. And this area isn't really large, but it feels spacious because you can see through some of the plantings that surround the space. So this is an example of this tropical, and I'm not sure what it is. I need to identify all of these plants. But you can see how it's limbed up, and that's probably been one of my favorite things about the plant life here is how beautifully sculpted everything is, and the different forms. You can see banana trees in the distance, obviously palm trees, and then the spectacular way that different kinds of plant material, fern and orchids, grow up the trunk of the specimens themselves. And everything is just so lush here, especially in contrast to how dry things were where we left. You know, everything in Oklahoma is very brown right now. And it's also fascinating to see all of these tropical plants that at home in nurseries and in garden centers, they're just in pots. And here they are growing in the ground, obviously year-round, and they're on steroids. And then look at the magnificent trunks of the trees and all of the different moss and symbiotic growth of different plants that grow on the trunks of the trees and underneath them. Last year, you may recall, at Christmas time, there was kind of a thematic of bird's nest ferns at John Terman's and I think maybe at Sydney's, and I did get some bird nest ferns myself, but here they're huge, they're mammoth. And the other interesting thing is to look at the unfurling of the leaves and the new growth. It has that kind of primordial quality. Now beyond this, you can kind of see through this lounging area here, but there's a wonderful promenade through there with huge container plantings. Again, they just beautifully punctuate and circumscribe the space. So if you had, this is a great take-it-home tip. If you had a courtyard or something right off of your bedroom, you could do this pretty easily. And surprisingly, even though the air is rather stagnant with the humidity, there nevertheless is pretty good airflow through here. And I love this, the skeletal nature. I mean, look at these tall, spindly, second-story plants. And then all of, you know I love it, all of the different textures and how they play against one another and create wonderful shadows at night. And here's just another glimpse into those magnificent doors and the horizontal lights above it. So you can imagine how impressive this is when you see the entire facade from a distance. So this is the courtyard to where we're staying here in Singapore. And just a few gardening snippets and gardening tips that you can bring home. Getting lots of ideas here, folks. More later. Here's a larger public area of this exquisite complex, and you can see how the same principle has been applied here, just on a larger scale. I love these raised planters. Brilliant solution for any kind of difficult area. And it's just a larger expanse. And yet if you peek through the flora, you can see all sorts of things of the Singapore skyline behind. And look at these fabulous fern. And it's so fun to wake up in the morning and hear all of the birds. We open the doors and you can hear all of the avian wildlife here. So finally somebody is using the outdoor, what do you call this? The outdoor mattress.
Lounge space.
I know, pretty sweet. Isn't this nice though?
It's cool. Good. Chilling out, reading the book.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it needs some pillows. You guys need a Singapore sling or something out here. A tropical drink, a gin and tonic. Johnny, quit yawning.
We haven't had our coffee yet. Yeah.
You haven't had coffee?
We haven't eaten yet. We're hastily ready to.
Well, I think we had enough caffeine for you.
Are you seeing the video?
Yeah, I'm taking video.
There's a lot of slow panning going on here.
Yeah, slow panning. So this is Nikki Bray.
Ahoy.
Yeah, pilot extraordinaire.
How you doing?
Here is the beautiful bride-to-be. We're getting ready to go to her fitting. And here's the long-suffering groom who has his "Mom, I hate it when you video me" expression.
He's half asleep.
Yes.
I just need some coffee, that's all.
Yeah, you do need some coffee. I can't believe that you made it this far without coffee.
We're just real troopers here.
You are. You, especially after partying last night.
Do it all.
Okay. Let's get you some caffeine.